So taking it to another level, okay? What does that mean? Taking it to another level, taking your relationship to another level, not sticking in the same level for the rest of your relationship, but taking it up, taking it up, taking it up. Keep exploring and experimenting. So we're going to talk about that. And one big aspect that has to do with that is the intimacy between the two of you. How do you generate that intimacy on different levels so you're not stuck at the same place your entire relationship? First of all, subscribe to my channel. And I'm talking about this, and I'm going to be talking about this deeper connection of intimacy in a relationship because I have an online program coming up very soon. And let's just start talking about it now. And then hopefully you'll be super interested and you'll dive in and you'll grab the program and you'll try it out with your partner. Some really tangible exercises, okay? So this intimacy thing, there have been studies that have shown that in long-term relationships, people become less and less intimate. And I talk about this because what happens is that you become very comfortable with each other and you sort of fall into habits and you think you know your partner really well, and so you don't want to mix up the pot too much, or you don't want to tell them too much that might be coming up that's really different, and you don't want to hurt them, you don't want to scare them, you don't want to you don't want to lose them, right? So my dear viewer, I'm going to talk about these levels of intimacy and how and why it's important to, now I'm talking about deeper levels, but it's about taking your relationship up to other levels, right? Other levels, other connection with, other ways to connect with your partner so that you grow within yourself. You grow within yourself. So the intimacy part is about you becoming more intimate with you. And by doing that, you are exposing more of you to your partner. And therefore, the intimacy between the two of you becomes deeper and starts to grow, right? And this is why I talk about revealing your desires, because that is an intimate aspect of who you are. Deep desires, things that come up that you're hiding from even yourself, right? Feelings, desires that are inside of you that you can't feel. You feel like you can't expose, that you can't tell your partner, because if you do, again, like I was saying, you feel like you might lose them, or they're going to freak out, or that you think you know them so well that if you tell them this, that they'll never be able to handle it. And what you're actually doing by not telling your partner is you're creating less intimacy, right? You're creating less depth between the two of you. And as you go into a long-term relationship, it's the depth that you want to create more of. The idea of like taking your relationship to other levels by revealing deeper levels of who you are, about what's going on. So sometimes it's hard to do that. I know it's hard to do that. I mean, there's so much shame that we hold on to around our sexuality, around these things that come up, our desires that come up within us that feel like, oh my God, like that's too weird, that's too wild, that's too crazy, that's too, I can't even say it. I can think it and it's there, but I can't even say it because it feels so out there. But these are the kind of things that your partner needs to hear, that you need to start expressing, because this is how you get to become closer to them, by revealing deeper things to them. This is why you have chosen to be with them, because they are the person that you trust, right? They are the person that you spend most of your time with. This is the person you trust in a very intimate way. So sometimes even those desires can feel like they might be harmful to your partner, or they might be very uncomfortable for your partner. It's still important to reveal them for you to go into more, become more intimate with each other. For them to understand you more. So how do you do that? I mean, it takes a lot of guts. It takes a lot of risk on your part. It takes a lot of, for me, it takes meditation. It takes let's do it. Let's go. Let's self-talk to feel comfortable about it. And one phrase that I like to use, I'm going to tell you a few things that kind of work on a level that can help release that energy. One is to say, listen, I have nothing to lose. I have me. I have myself. I have my own sanity here. If I don't reveal this, I'm not even going to have that, right? So there's nothing to lose, because if I don't, I may lose my own sanity. If I don't say this, if I don't reveal these things, if I don't talk about these things. I'm going to give you an example. So at one point, I wanted to explore polyamory. And I loved my partner very much, and we were in an open relationship, and it was more of exploring sexually with people, one-offs, two-offs. We would meet the same person a number of times, and not that many times. It was a lot of playing around, going to swinging parties, but it was feeling kind of empty to me. I wanted more. And there was one person that we met a number of times, and I wanted to find out more about what it would be like in a polyamorous situation. But I was really afraid to say anything, because, polyamory is then this more emotional connection, this more love-based connection. And I just felt like, love could be so much more expansive. I feel it in me. I just feel like I have so much to offer. I don't want to lose my partner. I love my partner so much, but I love them so much that I want to bring more love into our life, right? I want to bring more love. And I was really afraid to go to talk about this, to expose this to my most dearest. And we were very conversational and very chatty about very deep conversations about our sexual desires, and we were playing out things. And even then, we're always having these things bubble up. It's like there's this pot of brew that keeps being created within our being, like the desire brew, And as you explore that brew, it keeps feeding itself, And so there's always new things that come up that you're not really sure what's going to happen, because you just keep opening doors and trying new things, and then this new desire comes up, and it's like, I want to explore this. I want to explore this with this person. I want to bring this person into our coupledom and see what it's like, and how do I say this? Like, this is scary for me even. How can I expose this to my partner? So I was really afraid of hurting him, of what he might think, of even going in that direction myself. Like, how could I handle this? Could I handle this? But it was just such a powerful desire in me to want to explore this area, that eventually I had to say something. I had to tell him, because what was happening was I was becoming distant from him, right? I was becoming more distant, because I was holding this in, because I wasn't allowing it to be released, because I wasn't expressing what I was really feeling, because I wasn't expressing what I was feeling. Other kind of emotions were coming out, and sometimes anger, a little bit of resentment, and he was kind of wondering what's going on at times. And so I knew, okay, I had to, I had been through this already a number of times, and if you want to hear more about this in deep detail, then I am going to get into this story more on my Patreon account. So come and join me. But this is just kind of like a little bit of an anecdote to go with this concept of intimacy, into me see, this is what we want to create with our partners. Not so that you're just like this and there's nothing left for yourself, but it's like we're in this together, right? We're here together. We're spending all this time together. We've got a life together. So I want to be able to be free to talk about and to express who I am to you, right? And it can be scary, and it can be uncomfortable, and it can be nerve-wracking, and it can be like just the most horrific things sometimes that you may feel like you have ever had to reveal to your partner, but you have to do it, right? You just have to be able to let it out. And I eventually told him, and he was like a little bit like, oh, I don't know if I want to go there, but okay. And so then that enabled us to talk about it, right? Because then I was at one, oh my God, but after I was able to reveal it, it was a huge relief to me. And then it was okay, we can take the next steps. We can discuss it. It was scary for him, yes. He wasn't going to leave me because of the situation. No, he didn't run off. It was uncomfortable, yes, but it was a conversation that we could start having now and start figuring out, how could we do this? Is there some way we could do this? Is there a step we could do to try this? And then we could discuss how that went. And that's how it always goes. It's a step-by-step process. It's not a 0 to 100. It's a slow step-by-step. Okay, let's talk about it. How do you feel? How do you feel? Another step. Let's talk about it. How do you feel? How do you feel? And that's the building of the intimacy and the connection. Okay. So, yes, this is what it's all about. I'm going to have this program coming out soon, and they're going to be exercises just to get you into the mood more, to get you connected at some other levels with your partner so you feel more comfortable, so that you go in deeper with them, so you see them in different ways, right? So you see them and sort of in different feelings of consciousness. And anyways, it's coming out, and I will let you know, but I'm going to be talking more about this idea of intimacy, so that you can reveal, you can connect more with each other, right? So that you can feel that connection with somebody that's more just more alive and more real and more, and you are more who you are. You are more unique to you, right? Because you're being truthful and putting it out there. All right, I am going to sign off now. If you have not subscribed yet, then subscribe now. I would love to have you on my tribe, and let's talk some more and get intimate. And leave a comment below. Let me know if you've revealed anything recently, how you feel about revealing your desires. I'd love to hear that. This is a great place for community to talk about it, and share your fears, share your shares, share if you've been able to do this and how it was for you, how it turned out, how it changed your life. Okay, share, comment below. Okay, love to hear from you, and I will see you again very soon. Much love making.